Shit, I would hate to hear that loud.
It's week 3 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Seahawks and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Monday night.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, an early... It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Wilson's throw taken in there by Crowder. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
On third down, Carson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Do it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Mon looks to throw. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. On 4th down, Mon. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Quick slant to Crowder. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a give right side. It's Carson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Carson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense has got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's being a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll run. It's Gibson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Good work, D.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
On second down now, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Gosh, on this drive alone now, he's over 50 yards rushing.
What's that old expression they like to use? He hung half 100 on him. That's what he's getting done, and he and his offensive line mates, they're having a ball right now. And I know people are screaming, you got to be more aggressive on defense, better play calling. They need better execution. They need guys who will step up and make a big hit.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Mond out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Darrell Taylor drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd down and 4. Throwing again here, Wilson. Crowder's got it over the middle. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. This is Carson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Pushing through the contact and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Carson, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mond got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mond. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds. A gain of 37. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll try to run with Gibson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And this time he is in. Antonio Gibson in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now Mond. Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a game two. And the Washington first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. A give to Gibson running right. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Third down from the gun, it's Mon. Brown has the first down and much more. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On the counter, Gibson. Ugo Amadi there to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Once more, Gibson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On third down, Gibson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll run with Gibson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. A handoff running left is Gibson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To throw is Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 114 yards on the ground for him so far.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Mon looks to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Tressway now as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And that will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. It's Gibson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Bond going to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Washington on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Gibson again. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away into 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Here's Mond. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the third. 7 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No game on play. 2nd and 10. On the Seahawks 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibson.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So it's Washington getting